Coucou, c'est K-Jin. 안녕하세요, K-Jin입니다. Today I'm going to introduce some French words that are used in Korea. I picked some words that are related to food or cooking. If you're learning Korean, these words will be really useful, so please keep watching it. Well, you already know these words in French, so now you just need to remember the Korean pronunciation. Alors, allons-y. The first word is 레스토랑. 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 Yes, it means restaurant, and usually this word is used for luxury restaurant. So if it's just a food court or something that you can eat cheap snacks, then we don't call it restaurant. Usually, restaurant has really high image. 레스토랑. Next, 마가린. 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 Some people say this is Konglish, Korean English, because the English pronunciation is different.
Margarine. Margarine. Margarine.
But according to the doc that I'm referring to, this word is from French, so the pronunciation is correct. 마가린. Next is 마요네즈. 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 Have you ever tried Korean seaweed roll? My favorite taste is 참치 마요. 참치 means tuna, 통, 똥. 마요 is from mayonnaise, so 참치 마요 is good. Next is 샴페인. 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 Yes, this is a sparkling wine from Champagne region, right? A lot of Korean people think champagne is just sparkling wine. Just like Kleenex. Kleenex is not tissue. I mean, it is tissue. But this is a name of brand. Champagne is representative of sparkling wine to Korean people. So a lot of Korean people just call champagne. In Korean, we even have expression using this word champagne. 샴페인을 터뜨리다. 샴페인을 터뜨리다. 샴페인을 터뜨리다. It means to celebrate. Next is 소스. 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 Do you hear my pronunciation? 소스. Well, if you read the Korean word letter by letter, it should be 소스. 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 But in Korea, we pronounce it like 소스, not 소스, 소스, even though it's written as 소스. So be careful. 소스, 소스. And the pure Korean word for this is 양념, 양념, 양념. Next is 카페. In French, it has two different meanings. One is for place, where you drink coffee, coffee shop. The next is coffee, so it's a drink. But in Korea, we just have one meaning. If you say 카페, it just means a coffee shop. It's a place where you drink coffee. Oh, actually there's another meaning, which is online community. You don't use cafe for every single online community, but on 다음 and Naver, there are some online communities and they call this as 카페, 카페. Next is 카페오레, 카페오레, 카페오레. But actually, more people say 카페라떼. But I try to use 카페오레 if possible because I'm learning French. Some of my friends who are very knowledgeable about coffee said 카페오레 and 카페라떼 are different kinds. But anyway, in general, when people want some coffee containing milk, they often say 카페라떼. But 카페오레 is used too. Next is 코냑. 코냑. Cognac. I never drank this, but yeah, I saw it in the movie. Cognac. Next is 파르페. 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 Yes, this is type of dessert. And have you noticed? 파르페. 페. 페. That's right. In Korean, there's no F sound, so all the F sound is changed to P sound, like 파르페. 페. Next is 푸아그라. 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 Yes, this is considered as expensive food in Korea. 푸아그라. Next is 피망. 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 A lot of Korean people think 피망 is an English word, and me too. I thought it's an English word, and when I learned English and I went to a different country, I always go, oh, this is 피망, 피망, and nobody understood. And I realized in English-speaking countries, they call it as bell pepper, and 피망 is from French, 피망. Next is 셰프, 셰프, 셰프. And usually we use this word for people who cook professionally in expensive restaurants. Next is omelette, omelette, omelette. Yes, and in Korea, you will find a lot of omurice. Can you guess what it is? Omu is from omelette, omelette, omu, and rice means rice. So it's omelette rice. And actually this word is from Japanese. Japanese developed some kind of dish, omurice, and it becomes omurice in Korea too. It's very popular. And my mom used to cook for me and I loved it. Next is 뷔페, 뷔페, 뷔페. In Korea, a lot of people also pronounce it like 뷔페 too. 뷔페, 뷔페. My parents call it as 뷔페, not 뷔페. But anyway. Next is 소믈리에, 소믈리에, 소믈리에. And in French, this word is used for man and female is for sommelier. But in Korea, we use sommelier for people who know about wine very well and professionally, regardless of their gender. Next is ratatouille, ratatouille, ratatouille. This word became popular because of that movie. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with more French words that are used in Korea. So please subscribe to this channel if you want to know more about Korea or Japan too. Merci de regarder ma vidéo. Au revoir.